My wife got pregnant 3 years ago. At the time when she got pregnant, everything was pink, everything was beautiful, everything was nice, and so on. So on the day where we found out that she's pregnant, we had a very, very hard fight in the morning. I used to work on the normal side, and I went to my job, did my 9 to 5 job, and we really had a very, very tough fight. One of my friends are actually, they're envious a little bit about how the feelings and especially how our relationship works. I think with my wife and myself, there's a lot of argument, right? So because she's very, very strong, I'm very strong, and that's always like clashing to each other. And that also keeps our relationship running in the most positive way. But sometimes it's also, well, it is hard to really fight all the time and so on and so on. And I understand now why they say that men are going to live not as long as women, because our nerves are just, I think, used before that. But yeah, well, that's just my opinion. Anyway, on the day when we found out that she's pregnant, we had a fight in the morning, and the fight continues for the whole day. I was not talking to her, she was not talking to me, and even though no SMS and no messaging, no whatsoever. And I came home at about 8 o'clock, I think, and when I arrived to the apartment, we used to live in Leverkusen-Opladen back then, I opened the door and I saw my shoes, I saw the shoes of my wife, and I saw this here. This is a pregnancy test. And this pregnancy test is actually just an example, because this is from the second child we had. And, well, I just saw it. I opened the door, I saw it, and I saw the picture which she made for me, and I couldn't believe it. I simply couldn't believe it. I was looking at her on the left side, and I was just like, are you kidding? Are you serious? I couldn't believe it. And I just saw these round brown eyes covered in a bed sheet, you know, just looking at me like this. And she was frightened. She was scared. She was freaking out. And yeah, well, we sit down together, and she told me that she had already done 2 pregnancy tests, so 2 times 20 euros, which were down the bin. But yeah, she had to validate it, and I wasn't mad, but I was just like, nah, why did you just put another 20 euros for another pregnancy test when the first one was already saying, yes, you are pregnant, woman. So, but yeah, anyway, it happens, and it happened a lot after that as well, especially about children, about what we're gonna buy for the children and so on. But that's a whole different story. Yeah, well, we sat down together, make a picture, which you just see now, and sent this picture to my whole family, to our whole family, to my father-in-law, to my mother-in-law, to my mom, to my dad, to everyone else which is in our nearer range, which are very important to us and which are supposed to be informed about it. And yeah, well, my wife is Indian, so there are a lot about feelings and strong feelings and crying and laughter and so on. Very different to our Germans, or at least what I experienced in that time. And she, well, when she sent the picture to her family, they immediately called, and yeah, they couldn't talk. They were just, you know, crying about joyfulness. And they were just happy, right? Well, my mom reacted a little bit different, as she is a little bit different. She just reacted on that picture with a message saying, that is a positive pregnancy test. Without anything more, and she did not say anything about it. Well, she just said, this is a positive pregnancy test. And she knew that she was coming from us, and she knew kind of that we are trying to get pregnant. Yeah, well, we were calling her and she couldn't believe it. She was shocked. She was in shock. And, well, I can't remember because it's 3 years ago and so much happened in this time frame what we actually did afterwards, but it was 9 o'clock or something, so we didn't do anything, I guess. We were just in shock, or at least in a pink shock, right? So everyone was just, okay, wow, amazing, and we're pregnant and everything is changing now, and no. And yeah, well, our journey begins in a different way 3 years ago. Yeah, the journey. The journey begins 3 years ago in a different way. Who knew what kind of journey it was going to be? No one was expecting me. I was not expecting what will happen and what the fatherhood itself is bringing with it. But I will explain you. I will explain you during the next videos, hopefully. And I really hope that you like it. In case you like it, just hit the subscribe button. I would love to notify you when I upload new videos, and just leave a comment in case you have something. I would be very glad to give you some feedback and to just talk to each other about being a father. Maybe there are fathers already, maybe they're becoming fathers who have some questions, how to treat this, how to treat that. Of course, it's just my opinion, but I'm happy. I'm happy that I can share my thoughts about to be a father and to give my 2 cents to the world, to maybe make life for anyone else better. This is really the best thing about it, right? So enjoy the channel, and again, welcome to my channel. Have a good day. Bye-bye.